Hello, friends. Welcome to our Friday Live. I am Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today's card is this one. I love this card. There's actually very little stamping involved in this card. It's more of a technique type of card, but I just think it is so beautiful. We're going to get making this in just a minute. The first thing I want to talk about is Sale-A-Bration. It is still going on. Sale-A-Bration helps you get free stuff. And who doesn't love free stuff? We are going to be using a Sale-A-Bration product on this card today. This is the Fragrant Flowers Designer Series paper. And we're actually going to be using this piece right here. But this is a beautiful paper. I love it so much. I've been talking about this and the Fragrant Flowers bundle all week long. So this is the paper we're using today. I'm going to show you really quick this. This is one of the sheets, and this die is what we're going to be using today. It fits over the flowers. Now, I cut my paper down to 6 by 6. It does come in a sheet of 12 by 12, and you can just take your scissors and cut around it and die cut the beautiful flowers. Before we get started, though, I want to announce our giveaway winner for last week. So last week on our live, I'm giving away these bumblebee trinkets. Super cute and great for your spring cards. The winner who commented on last week's live was Shirley Stout. Shirley, I already have your address, so I will be sending these right out to you. Thank you so much for your comment. This week, I am giving away a pack of the polished dots. I love these so much. They are so elegant. They are no longer available, but they are one of my favorites. I love them. If you'd like to win the polished dots, leave a comment on this video. I will draw a winner next Friday on our live. And yeah, you could win those dots. So let's get started on our card. Like I said, there's very little stamping. So this is the Fragrant Flowers stamp set. It is a photopolymer stamp set with 7 stamps. We're only going to be using Hello today. But if you would like to see the other projects I did throughout the week, the description of this video has the links for Monday's video and Wednesday's blog post. I also did a really cool pop and twist card in the Sassy Paper VIP group. You can see the video by joining our group there. So I'm grabbing the Hello stamp set. I'm going to use a D block just because it's handy. And we're going to be doing a little bit of heat embossing. So I've already cut, let me show you the Fragrant Flowers die. So we're going to be using this guy here to cut our designer series paper, but I've already cut a label with this big label die. These are the other dies that come in the set. There's these cool leaves. Love this die set. So I've already cut my label out. And what we're going to do is I'm using the Embossing Additions toolkit. Now this toolkit comes with a tray, this brush, an embossing buddy, and these, ooh, I threw them, these really cool tweezers that you pinch to open. I love these things. So that is in the mini catalog. I don't know where it is actually, but it's in my online store. So if you look up Embossing Additions Toolkit or click the supply, there's a supply list in the description too. But for heat embossing, we're also going to need a bit of Versamark, which is a clear watermark ink, and our clear emboss powder. This stuff is so old. This is not what it looks like anymore, but you can get it in the basics embossing powders, which come with clear, black, and white. And I'm going to use the Emboss Buddy to just go over this label. I'm going to remove any little bits of static that may be on there. And then we're going to take our stamp and ink it up in Versamark. And you might not be able to see this part. Oh, I forgot the most important part, how to get that Calypso coral. So you can do this with any color. This is how to heat emboss in any color ink. So you need your Calypso coral ink pad. I almost forgot the important part, you guys. It's been a Friday, I'm telling you. So what I'm going to do is ink up in Versamark. Then I'm going to open my Calypso coral. Maybe. There we go. I don't use Calypso coral very often, and I'm just going to go to the bottom. It doesn't mess up your ink pads, but just to be safe, I'm going towards the bottom edge of my ink pad. I'm inking that up in Calypso coral, and then I'm going to center this try to, on my grid paper and just center it right in the middle. That might be a little crooked. It's a little crooked. It's okay. And that's it. That is literally it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to put my ink pads away just so I don't get embossed powder on them. And I'm going to take my tray, move the stuff out of it, and grab my tweezers. And we're going to take our clear embossed powder and just sprinkle that over the top. And I'm just going to tap the excess so it looks a little, when you look at it, it looks a little bit powdery. Once we use the heat tool on it, it's going to get nice and glossy and embossed and raised up and super pretty. So that is how you heat emboss it, any color. You want purple, you grab your Highland Heather ink pad or your Gorgeous Grape, and you can stamp in Versamark first and then in your color. You don't want to do it the other way around. Otherwise, your Versamark ink pad's going to get all full of different colors. and it might transfer over, just not pretty. So now I'm going to grab my heat tool, which is kind of behind my desk. I want to knock over my light, and hopefully you'll be able to see the magic happen. I'm going to hold this up. I'm actually going to stand so that you can see it. And I'm going to put this, there's two settings. I always use setting number 2. So here we go. And now it is all nice and embossed. Look at that shine. I love it. So normally when I am in my craft room by myself and not live on YouTube, I will put it down and I will go over top to emboss, but I wanted you to see how cool it is because it's so cool, right? So now we're ready to do a little bit of die cutting. So I have already cut out one of the flowers from the 12 by 12 designer series paper. We're going to lay our die right on there and see how perfectly it fits. I'm going to try to do this in the mini machine. I've also just realized that I used an embossing folder on here and didn't emboss it beforehand, so I might have to run away just for a second to emboss that piece because the embossing folder I'm using does not fit into the mini machine. So I might have to run to my standard size Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm going to lay down platform 1, a cutting plate, and then we have to get this just right to fit into the mini because I don't want those sides to go. And I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape. You could use a Post-it note, whatever you have, something sticky that will hold it in place that can also peel up because you don't want it to be permanent. So I'm just going to position that how I want it. I'm just going to put this tape over that. That way it doesn't move, but I can also peel up the tape. Now we're going to put the cutting pad over the top, run it through. And like I said, this die just fits. And you have to cut your paper kind of just right for the mini machine, but it works. And this is the largest die in the set, so all the other dies will fit in the mini machine. And if you'd like to get a mini machine cheaper than you can buy one, you could always join my team. So for right now, Stampin' Up! Has their join promotion. For $129, you can get either the boho blue mini machine or this white mini machine, and $175 worth of product for only $129. There is a link in the description of this video that says join my team, and you can find out all the benefits of joining. It really is the best deal. So now I have all my pieces except for our embossed piece. And let me see, I didn't even get the folder out, you guys. Like, I am having a Friday. So now we have to go through my folders to find it. There it is. So I use the Fern 3D embossing folder. I'm just going to run over, and I have a piece of Very Vanilla that is 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to put it in the folder, and I'm just going to run over to my table and emboss this really quick. Talks amongst yourselves. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and fast forward. And I'm back super quick. So that is what that looks like once it is embossed. It's so pretty. I love this folder. And now we're ready to put everything all together. So I have a basic black card base that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to take my bone folder, smooth out those edges, and then our embossed layer is going to go on top of there. Then I have another piece of basic black that is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4, and our designer series paper that is 4 1/4 by 3. That's going to layer on top of there. And somewhere in my life, here it is, I have a piece of the Lovely Layers vellum, and this measures, I'm gonna have to look, I didn't write that down. This measures 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And what I'm going to do is, once we put everything down, I'm just going to kind of lay that over, but I'm going to put our die on top of it. So that's where I'm going to put adhesive on the vellum to hide it, because anything you put on vellum, if you put seal or anything like that, it's going to show through. This is very thin. You can see, so you can see the flower right through it. You can see right through it. So I'm going to show you how to put that together. So let's get down, actually, before I put anything on the card base, I'm going to put down our layers here first. So I have my Stampin' Seal. Just going to run some along the back. Put that down. And then I'm going to see how I want, I think I want to flip it this way, because I want that to show. Maybe I'll go that way and put the hello over top. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to just hold this here and put my vellum, or my seal, on my vellum where the flower is. And then I can just stick that over the top. And you see what I mean about how you can see that adhesive? So now we can put this on our card, or on our Very Vanilla embossed layer here. And stick it like that. And then I'll grab a few dimensionals to put on our flower. Oh my goodness, they're stuck to my fingers. I think I'll do 4. I cut my fingernail, so now I can't peel up dimensional backing. Oh, life. And then I'm going to go and hide all of that seal with our flower. Couple more dimensionals for our sentiment. Put that right over top of that flower. And like I said, my sentiment's a little bit crooked, but I think it's okay. I don't think it's too bad. And before we place this on our card base, I need to also grab some of our embellishments, which I can't find. Here they are, the iridescent pastel gems. They come in Calypso Coral, Balmy Blue, and Gold. We're going to use the 3 that I have left of Calypso Coral. And this is not what a full pack looks like. This is part of a product share that I do with my upline does, and I participate in. So when you order these, you will get a full pack of them. I only get a few just to try them out, but I really like them, and I do plan on purchasing the entire pack of these. So now we can put our card layer onto our card base. And if you would like to get the Favored Flowers Designer Series paper for free, all you have to do is purchase $50 in my online store. Use this host code at checkout and you'll get 4 free card tutorials from me, plus a pack of red rhinestones that go great on all kinds of projects. So I'll also have to put the inside to our card because we're using black. Unless you decided to use like a white marker or pen to write, I like putting an inside in. So then we're going to put that there, and our card is complete. Let me bring back in the original. This one's a little crooked, but I'm okay with it. It's a handmade card. You can't find little crooked messes at Hallmark, right? So I hope you enjoyed this card tutorial. I hope you enjoyed me being wacky on a Friday. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more wackiness from me. And I will be live again next Friday. I'll have a new video here on YouTube for you on Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I don't really care who wins the Super Bowl because they're neither one of my teams, but go football. And I will see you guys next Friday. Thanks for watching.